All right, now let's look at ChatGPT success story. So before investing any time and money into any of the tools, you would like to know that whether this tool is significant or not, and has it making sense in the market or not, right? So, and these numbers are, equally reflect the numbers, like equally reflect that, like whether it has made an impact or not. So this is why this has become very important. And if you see, there are a few success stories which I have listed, and which I have created from the chat gpt success stories itself. And that being said, let's start with customer service, wherein chatbots like HelloFresh Freddy have been able to reduce response time by up to 76%, which is pretty huge number itself, and increase the number of messages received by 47%, which is again very nice. And that's how, like they everyone is optimizing their the response time, at least wherein so that's what we spoke about, like the human intervention can be reduced, and it certainly can be engaged into that thought process or the things where user experience perspective and other engagements where human efforts can be applied, right? So that's what a fine example of that. Customer service therapy is in that particular section is also Wobot, a free chatbot for therapy, which is developed by clinical psychologist at Stanford University. It also uses cognitive behavioral therapies to deliver a scripted message to users, and this is also pretty nice, right? So this is like it's like the things which can be done autonomous, and which is pretty mechanical in it's in its nature, that is getting automated by ChatGPT itself. And the sales again through landbot.io. So if you see, all the examples are like bot things which is getting made via utilizing ChatGPT APIs itself, and these are certain examples of that. So landbot.io has been used for landing pages to boost conversions, and there are several factors to boost conversion rate for any of the landing pages. And these pages, right? So is basically what are the best factors which can be engaged for any new page, right? So this is what is getting applied via landbot itself. Now, the ordering food, Domino's has simplified the processes of ordering pizza with the help of a bot, which is again very significant. Travel industry is widely getting benefited because of that. Let's say anybody who is planning for a trip planner, and that needs assistance certainly from a trip planner, right? So rather than any human engagement is happening, so unless that's a complex query which is still ChatGPT is not trained about, or which is not having the knowledge about that, so in that case 90% of the queries can be served by the bots, which travel industry is already using, right? So and that's where human efforts again is getting reduced, right? The digital assistants like Google and Alexa is the nice example of which has already generated significant reviews, right? Although what happens, basically every assistant underneath using these chat bots and the power of these APIs, and they are having their own use cases. Their training set is pretty high and huge volume, so based on that it's recommending that. So this is again a pretty nice thing, right? So, and the surveys like the polls uses chatbots to learn more about you. So based on that, like that's where generative AI comes into the picture. There is a set of data on top of ChatGPT is trained, and the data which you are providing, that self-learning also happens. So it keeps working on the incremental basis and learning itself. So that's the nice feature about this ChatGPT, and this is what is getting added into that success story as well.